Hi everyone, welcome to the very special pre-tariff Shobitam Trunkshow. Let's give it a couple minutes to allow more folks to join in and we'll get started. A very warm welcome. So we have a very special trunk show today. This is absolutely the last call that, for any orders, where we can actually ship the sarees before 27th, on or before 27th. And today and tomorrow are going to be the final days to order them. And we've ensured that all the products that we are showcasing today are ready to ship, and we'll get them out at the earliest. Just 30 seconds more. So the reason why we decided to do it on a Friday is to allow, for you to order today and tomorrow, and we can get these shipments out. All right, everyone. So let's get started. This is a very special trunk show, like I said, and we're going to showcase some of the very finest Gadwals. What I'm wearing is a Gadwal today, and I can assure you, we're working with the most skilled artisans possible who use the finest fabrics, the finest silks, the finest zari, and the result is just amazing products like these. And we've put together a very exquisite collection, a very varied collection, and I'm sure you'll love what we're showcasing today. Alongside the Gadwals, we also have our Kanjivarams, which are always a favorite. And then we also have Banarsis, we have our Bengal silks, and a few embellished sarees. And on that note, let's get started. We're going to start with the Gadwal collection first. For folks who've been with us, who've been watching our trunk shows, you know what the drill is. Every product that is being showcased today and all the products that got released today are in the special page called shobitam.com/live. And there's only so much that I can showcase. So all the products that got released today are also on this page. And as I'm showcasing these products to you, the links will be posted on Facebook and the code will be posted on Instagram. So the way you have to do is, on Facebook, if you just click on the link, it will take you to the product page. On the product page, you'll find more pictures, you'll find the prices in your currency, all of that. And if you still have any questions, we're happy to get back to you. And on Instagram, we have a code. It's a very short code. All you have to do is enter that code on shobitam.com and you'll get the product details, just like how it works on Facebook. And there's always a special discount for during the trunk show, and it really cannot get better than this. And like I said, this is absolutely the last call. The code for today is GRACE, G-R-A-C-E, because every product that is being showcased today is GRACE at its finest. And on that note, we'll finally get started. What you're seeing here are some of the finest Gadwals. Each Gadwal that I'm showcasing to you is hand woven. And every product is authentic. There are a lot of Gadwals, so to say, in the market these days. They're not woven with pure silk. They're either a blend or they're synthetic fabrics, or they're not hand woven, but they're called as handloom. But I can assure you that every single sari that is being showcased to you today, every Gadwal sari, every Kanjivaram sari that I'm showcasing to you today is 100% handloom sari, which honors our weavers. It truly is a labor of love. And we have some very exquisite saris that we've not showcased to you before. This is our very first sari. What's unique about this is it's a tissue Gadwal. It's a tissue Gadwal and it's a white sari. So, it's very hard to weave a tissue sari because of its texture, its tensile strength. Weaving it along with the silk border, And what makes it even more harder to weave is the color white, because it's so easy for white to get dirty. So the weavers have to be very, very careful. They have to, exercise extra caution. But look at this white sari. It's pristine, it's beautiful, and it has this beautiful sheen from the tissue. And look at the borders, your classic pink and a green dual tone, small mango borders, mango motifs with meenakari work, and your temple motifs. And look at these paisleys with your meena work in 2 different colors. And very beautiful sari. A tissue sari is always very elegant. And this is how this particular sari drapes. This is the pallu. And this is your sari. So this is your sari. Look at the sheen from the tissue and your classic white and pink. So very exquisite sari. Like I said, it's very difficult to weave these saris, and not all saris see the light of day. So, and this is one rare one. So very, very beautiful, exquisite piece. The code and the links are being posted. Another very beautiful tissue sari. This time it's a beautiful chartreuse color, green with the gold. It looks like chartreuse. And look at the beautiful borders. It's like a deep eggplant color. And this is the magenta temple borders, same meenakari. And this has your sunburst motif and your paisley motif sari. Very vibrant sari. And this is how this particular sari drapes. Look at this. Look at the sheen from the tissue, and look at the vivid colors. Saris as such, they represent the vibrance of India, the rich colors of India, and our silk saris are just that. So here is your beautiful next sari in a beautiful chartreuse color. Now the brightness of the sari may depend on the lighting. So here is your next sari. Very, very beautiful, very vibrant, and very standout sari. And this is your blouse piece. The blouse piece actually has buttas all over. And every Shobitam sari, for those of you who are not familiar with us, are ready to wear. So many of you appreciate that. They are ready to wear, not just with fall and pico, but also the tassels. And if anybody is ordering blouses today, what we can do is we can ship out the saris first and then do the blouses later. So at least you get your saris before the 27th, on or before the 27th. All right, so here is your next sari. This is your temple border sari. So there's just beautiful temples along the edges, and they come in 5 different colors. Can you believe that? 5 different colors. And it's a deep eggplant color. And this sari reminds me of a sari that Aishwarya Rai had worn a few years ago for an awards function. So there's silver, there's magenta, there's green, there's gold, and there's blue. So 5 different temple motifs woven along the edges. Beautiful gold and silver. So the beauty of Gadwal saris is most saris use both gold and silver buttas. Look at this. So very beautiful eggplant sari with your temple motifs, and look at the super stunning pallu. This is inspired by your Banarsi designs with the rich paisleys and meenakari work. So another, attribute of your Gadwal sari, typical characteristic is you usually have meena work on the pallu. So here is your next very, very beautiful Gadwal sari in eggplant and teal combination and rich temple borders. I love temple borders. So here is your next sari. Here's the pallu, and this is the blouse piece in a contrasting shade. And like I said, as I'm showcasing, now here's the exact opposite, kind of the opposite. A Rama green body, temple borders on both sides, and a chocolate brown contrast. If you are sisters or a mom-daughter, who want to wear saris for the same occasion, you can do this. One could wear the opposite of the other. So here is a lovely Rama green dual tone Look at the chocolate brown pallu. And this one is interesting because it has not just the temples, but tiny temples inside this one. So it's like 2 temples on each one. So, and this is how this particular sari breaks. So here is how this particular sari breaks. And here. Alright, so as I'm showcasing these to you, the links and codes are being posted. Here is a lovely Kalanjali sari. Look at this. Very, very pretty sari. And look, it's got zari grids and it's got this beautiful peacock and yali motifs in gold and silver. Very stunning, standout design. This is a very popular loom. Any color, in this particular loom gets sold out very quickly. And this is a beautiful navy blue color. And this is the pallu. Thin tissue border on top. And look at this very, very stunning beauty. Lovely Kalanjali. And it not just had this white border, but it also has these beautiful motifs on top. So very, very standout design in a mono color. And here is your pallu, and it's dressed with your beautiful long handmade tassels and a similar blouse piece with zari borders on both sides. So we could do this for the sleeve. We can do this for the sleeve and this one for the back. So here is your next Gadwal sari. Okay. Who doesn't love checks? There is something magical about checks. It is always, always, always in vogue. We showed you a lot of check saris when we did the silk cotton trunk show, and we have some similar saris in pure Gadwals. Now every Gadwal, I'm really, really proud of every Gadwal sari, how it has actually turned out to be. These are very premium. You can just see by the weight of the sari, the weave of the sari, everything, the designs, all of it. So here is a very beautiful Gadwal sari with your checks. This is the blouse piece in contrast, and it's a lovely green checks and a maroon contrast. And look at this, very beautiful sari. And look at the gorgeous pallu. I just love the paisley's, the long one and the short one. And it looks very stunning sari. Rich borders. It has all the elements. And here is your next sari. Isn't it super charming? And this is your pallu with your tassels. A very warm welcome to everyone who's joining in. We have a very special last fall trunk show before the tariffs kick. So any sari that you order, any sari, the jewelry that you order today from the trunk show will be shipped by tomorrow, so you can avoid the tariffs. And the code for today is GRACE, GRACE. Another sari, same concept. And this one is like a pink and peach dual tone. I know it sort of looks like red, but it's more of a peach. Here, take a look. This is the actual color, and it comes with a beautiful green contrast, an emerald green contrast. Look at the rich borders. It's like a 10-inch border. Look at the temple motifs. Very beautiful pallu and border. And this is the blouse piece. And I love checks, and this looks stunning. Which one did you like better, the one that I showed you before or this one? So here is your next sari. And again, this would be perfect if you're two, like sisters, friends, mom and daughter. So here is your next sari. All right, so I'm going to show you our brocade collection now, our brocade Gadwals. And these saris are absolutely, oh my God, very royal. Now here is a stunning Ganga Jamuna sari with your Meenakari brocade, a very popular combination, and it's always very sought after. A grey, look at the grey Look at the work on it. Very, very fine work, like a jali design. Look at the very stunning borders, red selvage, and here is the top side border. I mean, these are sarees that you cannot go wrong. I mean, you can absolutely not go wrong. And here is the saree when you drape it. I like the gray, it's very subtle, and the borders stand out. So here is your next saree, and look at the pallu. Very standard. So this is your next saree. And let's check the blouse piece for this. You must be wondering why there are so many lines along the saree. This is because after the Gadwal saree is woven, it's actually rolled. It's not folded, it's rolled. And that's the reason why you have all these lines. Look at the stunning blouse piece. So this is the blouse piece with buttas, Ganga Jamuna, and this is the saree. Okay, another Gadwal. You love our Pashmina design peacock blue Gadwal that's been such a hit. And on the same design, we have these colors. This is a green. This is actually the color of raw mango, right? When the mango is raw, it has green and then it has brown. So that's what this represents. So it's a green, brown dual tone. Look at the elongated paisley motifs like your Pashmina design and your stunning borders with meenakari work. So here is your next saree. Very ornate pallu, again with meenakari, and this is how this particular saree looks. So very nice subtle green. The brown adds a mystic element to it, and it comes with these beautiful magenta or your pink, deep pink contrast. So here is your next saree. Okay, same design, a purple. These are very contemporary because it's not your classic brocade, it's not your traditional brocade. And this one has a Paithani style meenakari border. Look at this. And let's see how this particular saree drapes. This is your beautiful pallu, very colorful. And it has a Rama green selvage. And this is the saree when it is draped. Here is a saree when it is draped. So there's so much uniqueness about the saree because one, this is not your typical Gadwal brocade. You know, this brocade is inspired from Pashmina designs. It is a Gadwal saree. The pallu is inspired by your Banarsi patterns and your borders are your Paithani. So it's really incorporated the best of what every cluster has to offer. So very, very, very standout saree. All right. So we're going to show you one very popular brocade saree. This saree has always been a hit, and it was actually also worn by Miss Universe India, Riya Singh, and you saw how beautifully she had draped it. It's a stunning grey Gadwal brocade saree with a 16-inch border. Look at this. A very fine 16-inch border, and looks very regal. I mean, so many of you have loved this saree. It's a very, very, very popular standout saree. So here is your next one, and you can actually see the pictures of the saree being made. So you can see the model picture, very regal combination. And at the same time, it's very subtle, and the brocade is extremely intricate floral brocade with a grand 16-inch maroon standout border. Okay. Another saree that's inspired by your Paithani designs. This is your orange mustard dual tone, and look at the rich meenakari. These are your munia motifs in green and red, and let's check out the pallu. So your classic, like your kanchi pallu, simple classic kanchi pallu, but the borders are your Paithani style. So here is your next saree. And look at this. For those of you who love whiteness. I thought this color was very fascinating. I'm going to show you a few of our silver border sarees. So silver zari borders. You know, silver zari is also in. And I really love this color. It's like a sandalwood, like a dusty sandalwood, a little bit of a cream shade. It's very hard to describe the colors in the saree. Can you see how beautiful it is? And it's got resham buttas and silver zari buttas. So it's got silver and red. And I can tell you the saree is extremely pretty, extremely pretty. And here it is. Look at this. For those of you who love understated elegance. So here is your next Gadwal saree with your silver tone zari. Now again, this is not bright silver, it's very subtle silver, as you can see. So here is your next saree. Okay. Now another beautiful silver border saree. This time it's a black and it comes with a lilac contrast. Very unconventional. Many of you, including myself, we all love black. And here's a very different saree, right? You see light body sarees with a darker border. This is the exact opposite. It's a very light shade, a very dusty shade, light shade of lilac. So here is your next saree. It's got small buttas like stars twinkling in the night sky. And here it is. This is your next saree. And all these sarees come with contrasting blouse pieces. Now, a lot of you ask for silk cotton gadwals. You know, there are people think Gadwal is a type of silk. No, it's not. Gadwal is the region, you know, or the cluster where these sarees are actually woven. And Gadwal could be pure silk, it could be silk cotton, it could be cotton too. So I'm going to show you one silk cotton saree. This is a silk cotton saree and it comes with a silk border. So the body is silk cotton and the border is in silk. And this is like a dusty amethyst color with black. So here is your next saree and take a look. It's very lightweight. It's got that breathability of cotton and a light sheen, a very, very light sheen from the silk. And, you know, it's dazzling with antique zari work. So here is your next saree and the blouse piece also has buttas. And the blouse piece is in silk. So here is your next very, very beautiful hand-woven Gadwal silk saree, silk cotton saree. Okay. Now, how about this? It's a very beautiful pista green dual tone. Look at the pink and look at the zari resham buttas. Small and subtle. And this is how this particular saree looks. There's so much to showcase today, which is why I'm actually going through a little bit faster today. So here is my next saree. Another silver border saree, because silver borders are in, and this is a blush pink, a light blush pink shade with a deep brown black border, silver zari, and just dainty silver buttas that sort of blend with the shade of the saree. So very sophisticated. So it's got the best of your classic and contemporary. So here is your next saree. I think it looks extremely beautiful. So here is your next saree. It's one of my favorite sarees in this one. Very unconventional. Okay. Now moving on to, you know, like I said, Gadwal sarees do not always have to be silk. They can be other fabrics too. Now this one is a kora. A kora, look at this. So it's organza. It's got the Jamdani style weave buta. and a beautiful Gadwal style border. So the sari is actually woven in Gadwal, but it's incorporated other design elements and very unique standout piece. Look at this. So your classic white and pink, which is a timeless. And here is your next sari. It's got these Jamdani style weave buttas, and here is your very, very beautiful border. And here, the blouse piece also has buttas. So here is your next sari. All right, so we're going to quickly go through these saris. This is your brocade Paithani, very, very popular again, which is why we bring them back. And it comes in a sky blue shade, a sky blue silver. It's actually not really silver, it's your water zari, the color between gold and silver, and beautiful Paithani style borders. Look at the pallu. And everything about the sari is magnificent, from your brocade, the colors, the design elements. So here is your next sari, very stunning standout piece, and this is your blouse piece. This is the blouse piece, and this is how the sari looks. Very unique, very rich. Okay, along the same lines, we have this moss green and teal combination. Look at this, exact same combination, exact same concept. And I'm just going to quickly show you how this sari looks. Look at this. This is how the sari would look when you do it. So a lovely moss green. Look at the brocade. It's your muted brocade, but it has zari brocade all over. Your Meenakari Paithani borders. This is the top side border, bottom side border, and a super gorgeous Firoza pallu. All right, so one quick Ganga Jamuna and maybe three more I'll just quickly show you, and then we move on to our Kanjivarams. We have our Kanjivarams waiting, we have our Banarsis waiting, we have our silver jewelry waiting, and so much more. So here is a stunning Ganga Jamuna sari. Some of you ask for short width saris. This is one of them, and it comes with yellow on top, Rani pink below. I love this. What do you think? So beautiful ash grey with yellow and pink, and very nice understated pallu, and this is your blouse piece with butas on it. So here is your next. Alright, so I'm going to show you these saris without opening, just to show you how beautiful they are. These are your very traditional colors. Look at this beautiful, beautiful blue dual tone and a stunning green border. So this is how this particular sari would look when it is straight. Another one, this time it's a chartreuse with purple, very popular combination. We worked hard with the weavers to get some of the best colors, the most popular colors here. So it's a lovely chartreuse, very traditional, and beautiful purple contrast. And then we have this orange, a mustard orange with a pink. Always a charm. All right, having said that, we're going to move on to our Kanjivaram collection now. All right, so Kanjivarams it is next, and let me pull these Kanjivarams. Ganda Berunda, or your two-headed eagle. Such a powerful motif. With the Kanjivaram weave, whatever caught weavers' fancy, they turned it into a motif. Be it temples, be it birds, be it mythical creatures, be it any architecture, right? So here is your beautiful sari, and it comes in a lovely rust brown color, very rare, and it has a blue panel, an Ananda blue panel, and then your zari. Look at this. And not just that, it's got the podi zari katam, or your powder like zari checks all over the sari, woven very intricately. You can see the fine details, and very beautiful standout piece, and this is how this particular sari looks. I love the color. It's a color that's very popular, and you know, when the brown and the blue, the teal, it looks fascinating together. And then it's dressed with the zari cuttam, which actually reflects light. Look at this, how it reflects light, very subtly reflects light. And then it has this beautiful berunda motifs. And here is the pallu on the side. Look at this. And it's a very, very beautiful sari. The motifs are denser on the top in the more prominent areas. And towards the pleats, they are a little apart. And this is your blouse piece in a beautiful Ananda blue color. So a lovely rust brown with an Ananda blue combination with zari checks, podi kattam, and your Ganda Berunda motifs. Now these days, all of us, really care about, what is really going into what we are wearing, right? Be it your motifs, the colors, everything. So another sari, same concept, but this is a darker shade of brown. So it's like your Kanchana color, your brown and purple mix. And here is a blue dual tone. The dual tone comes from this yarn, and this is how this particular color looks. Just a darker shade, a deeper shade compared to that one. All right. Another cotton sari, like this. It's a green, a sea green and blue, sea green and blue check sari with a purple red tape border or your 2-line border. And the sari is actually very soft, very easy to drape. There's no starch on it. And look at how vibrant this sari is. So beautiful. I thought it really stands out, and the checks adds that very novel element to it. Here is your next sari. Another cotton. Our silk cottons were very, very popular when we showcased them in our trunk show that happened a while back. Here we've got a few more this time, and this one is a beautiful red and white checks. It's got that English element and then a deep green contrast with your reticate borders. And this is how this particular sari looks. So, very charming, right? And speaking of checks, I'm actually going to showcase our soft silks to you. A lot of you ask about, what is that sari? I want to drape a Kanjivaram, but I want it to be very soft and easy to drape. And that's when your soft silks come handy. And we've got some new designs this time. Look at this, your deep blue, navy blue body with your peacock motifs and a wide zari checkered border. So here is a lovely soft silk. The soft silk yarn is a little thinner compared to your Kanjivaram, and these soft silks are not starched, which is why they are lighter, easier to drape. At the same time, they have the sheen of your regular Kanjivarams because it's the same pure silk. So here is your next sari in a navy blue and red contrast. And they usually come with these saris, these soft silk saris typically come with muted zari. So here is the one. And as I'm showcasing, all the links are being posted, the codes are being posted. So if you want to get more details, you want to purchase this, just click on the link or enter the code, and then you will get all the details. All you have to do is add it to your cart, add the special code GRACE, and then all the purchases that you make today and tomorrow, which is 23rd August by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, will be shipped out on Monday, so you can get them by Wednesday, by the 27th. Another beautiful soft silk with your cotton pattern, your large peacock motifs in zari, and even though the motifs are large, they're not overbearing because they're on a light base. So here is your very beautiful check sari with green and white stripes, and your peacock zari butas. And it's a borderless design with your purple contrast pallu. And these sarees come with the blouse piece, a plain blouse piece in the same color as the pallu. Another lovely saree. This time it's a muted, like an onion pink, very, very muted color. Look at the frost shade. For those of you who are looking for, dusty shades, this is very elegant. And this is how this particular saree is. And it comes with this contrast. So very understated, at the same time, very elegant, very sophisticated saree. So here is the next saree. Okay. Patterns or your checks, here is another one. And then I'm going to showcase another very similar one. So here is your purple and a deep beetle nut color. So it's not black, it's your deep beetle nut color. And it has zari checks running across and simple reticule borders. So here is your next saree, and this is how this particular saree drapes. So these are your timeless sarees, and they never lose charm. So here is your next saree. And along the same lines, there is this green, same concept. This is a henna, like an olive green, a dusty olive green saree with a deep emerald green contrast. And again, a maroon border. This is the pallu, very simple, understated pallu. And here is your next saree. Now, these are all sarees that you can style it the way you want to give it the look that you want. They may be traditional, but you can give it a contemporary look by how you style it. It could be how you drape it, it could be the blouses that you pair with it. So that gives the ultimate look. Okay, Korvai Kanjivaram. Now, Korvai is the beautiful weave where the body is interlocked with the border to give it very, very sharp, very vivid contrasts. And take a look. Now, you see that the edges are not a perfect line, and that's because they are interlocked by hand. So there is a yarn that goes like this, another yarn that interlocks with it, and that's how they weave every single weft. So it's a very laborious process, and the beauty of this is your stunning contrast. Here is a beautiful pink, a very vibrant shade of pink with your equal width deep green borders, and it has the mile chakram or your peacock and wheel motifs, and a very vibrant cheery saree. So here is your next one. I'm going to quickly show you 3 or 4 more. And of course, we have so many Kanjivarams, hundreds and hundreds of Kanjivarams on our website. So if you go to the Kanjivaram section, which is being posted, you'll see our complete range. So here is a lovely striped saree. Look at this, broader stripes and then your thinner ones with your blue border, with your turquoise blue border, equal borders on both sides. It's a deep purple shade. So this is your next saree. And who doesn't love temple borders? And we have so many temple borders on Shobitam. I just wanted to show you this particular one because the color really stood out. It's your green and red dual tone. Look at this. A green and red dual tone. So large, long temple motifs on the border, on the bottom border. And this is the top side border. And look at this. I think I love dual tones because they add that mystic element. And I thought this color was very novel. So here is your next saree. Ikat. Now, you loved the Ikat Trunkshow too, where we had so many beautiful designs. I just wanted to show you a simple one. I love this color combination. It's a methi color. And look at the terracotta red temple borders, and ikat pallu with ikat blouse piece. And it's very lightweight, it's not starched, and looks very effortlessly elegant. you don't have to do a lot to stand out with these sarees. And see how pliable, how soft the saree is to do. So here is your next saree, and this is the blouse piece. I'm going to show you one Mysore silk, and we have so many on our website. When you go to our Mysore silk section and you loved our printed silks collection, we just have this one saree. This is an 80 GSM Mysore silk saree, and it has this kalamkari style digital print. So here is your next saree. And then, like I said, there are so many more on our Mysore silks page. And with that, we are now going to move on to our Banarsis. Okay, so our Banarsis are college, and we have this beautiful new design saree. So this is your deep maroon and gold stripes tissue saree. Look at this. It's got tissue stripes with this beautiful Rama green border. And very standout. Look at the pallu. And this is how this particular saree looks. So here. Like I said, the stripes, the checks, they add a very novel, very contemporary touch to the saree. And it's just, very short, minimal borders to just define, to just frame it very well. So here is your next saree, and this is the pallu, and it comes with a plain blouse piece with your zari border. So here is your next Banarsi. Like I said, these are new designs. So here, check this out. Who doesn't like raw silks? And they're so popular this time of the year. They have this beautiful texture and a very unique color absorbing property that makes it very flattering. And this saree has come out more beautiful than we thought it would. It's that perfect blue-green dual tone. Look at the stunning zari borders, and what really stands out is this gorgeous pallu. Look at this. It's this Banarsi weaving at its finest, 100% handloom saree, and look at this beauty. Very, very stunning. Look at this. And it would look very graceful with a peacock blue blouse or something very contrasting. And like I say, these yarns are dyed, hand dyed, and it's not like every time you'll get the exact same color, and this is perfect. So here is your next beautiful raw silk saree. Moving on to your tissues. Look at this tissue saree. Your tissue sarees are also very popular. We can dress these with your zari, with your lace borders. You like those as well. Here is a beautiful green and pink and evergreen combination. And look at the Sona Rupa motifs and your stunning saree that does all the talking for you. So, you really can step out, to any event in style with these gorgeous sarees. So here's your next saree. Okay, mushroom silks. We have so many mushroom silks, and for the right reasons. And check this out. It's a garnet color mushroom silk saree. Look at these scallop borders. Very unique Persian designs. These designs have been influenced by Persian architecture. Look at this. And it's a beautiful garnet shade. And this fabric feels very soft. It's extremely soft. It's the softest fabric in the Banarsi vocab. So here is your next saree. Look at this. And the Banarsi library has so many different fabrics again, like your cottons, your silks, and mushrooms, that one which is the softest one. So here is your mushroom silk saree. Look at this. Very standout. And then do check out the mushroom silks collection. We have so many of them. Now, this saree, it has always been a hit. We have them in 3 different borders. Your Rani pink, your red, and your green. And here is a beautiful black and white checks in pure Banarsi silk. And look at the zari buttas, and very standard. Like I said, it comes in 3 colors. I chose to showcase red today. So this is your next saree, and here is the blouse piece. Okay. Now your very popular sarees, these are your classic contrast Banarsis. I chose this dusty rose shade with a purple contrast. And look at the pallu. I mean, you cannot go wrong with these. So here is your next saree, and here is the blouse piece. Another saree along the same lines. And this is a moss green saree with a purple contrast. Sorry, a black contrast, and look at this. Very standout piece. Again, it's a very popular color. I love this color too. A beautiful moss green with a black contrast. And then finally, for your festive season, you know, who doesn't like your lal par saree, your red border saree? And look at this chiffon. This time it's a chiffon. How difficult it must be to weave this saree. Think about it. It's so fun. And here is a lovely chiffon, your lal par saree in white and red with silver zari, elongated paisleys, and a red contrast. All right. So we have a fresh new collection of blouses that are coming up. I'm just going to show you 3 or 4 of them, and these blouses are so beautiful. They come out really, really well. You saw Vidya Balan in the Paitani saree, in a pink Paitani saree. That saree is also available for a pre-order. Now that is the blouse. This is the blouse, and look at this pure silk blouse with your Paitani style munia motifs in the border, and this is the pattern. So what she wore had a smaller border in the sleeve. We just decided to use the full one here. A beautiful sweetheart neck, armband blouse in pure silk. We also have these raw silk mirror work blouses. Look at this. And they are small mirrors, big mirrors, and green is a color that would pair with so many of your sarees. So here is your next blouse. If you want this customized, maybe with sleeves or a different neck pattern, we can absolutely enable those customizations. Now, this blouse looks very good when you wear it. It's got 3 zari bands, and we have this in a maroon, actually in a chocolate brown and a black. And it comes with a boat neck. This is a boat neck, and it's got portly buttons on the top and a tie back in the bottom. Now, if you want this customized for a different neck pattern, we can absolutely do it. And we have a whole bunch of khana, your khan fabric blouses in different colors, and this is one of them. So all of these blouses are going to come up very soon. We have our blouse bazaar or your blouse releases, and this is just a glimpse of what is coming. And with that, we're going to move on very quickly to our sarees from Bengal and our embellished sarees, and then finally we're going to showcase our gorgeous silver. Look at this. So moving on to our Bengal sarees now. All right, look at these beautiful beauties, you know. This is your matka muslin, and this part is your muslin, and you know the beauty of it, it's got woven mother of pearls all over. So, you know, very, very fine weaving, truly a piece of art. You know, where else do you see garments woven with mother of pearls? And this is your Matka silk fabric, and it's a half and half design. So the lower half has this Matka fabric, Matka silk fabric. Look at this, and it's a dusty lilac color, a very interesting color. And the top of the sari comes in a mesh-like muslin, and this is silk muslin, not your cotton. And look at this, it's like a dream. And this is your pallu, again with your Matka silk fabric, and here is the sari. Very charming. It's like a fairy tale sari. So here is your next one. Along the same lines, we do have this in a few colors, and along the same lines we also have saris that are woven with coins. Look at this. these are woven. These are not stitched. They're actually woven into the sari. And again, a matka muslin sari. And look at this. This is the pallu. Very interesting. And look at this. So this is the sari, matka with your muslin in between, and a very charming, interesting, quirky pallu. So here is your next sari. All right. Now this is your Gicha Kasar, and it's a blue sari, light turquoise blue sari. And look at this Jamdani style parrot pallu, very understated. And this has this fish design weave. Look closely, and very simple, very unique sari. So here is your next one. And then we have this, which is your deep peacock blue. Again, your Gicha Kasar. And look at the beautiful meenakari buttas that are woven on the sari. The sari is extremely lightweight, a true pleasure to own and drape. And here is your very, very lightweight pallu. So here is your next sari. And the unevenness of the fabric, the texture of it, is the authentic charm of this particular. So here is your next sari. The links are being posted. Now, very, very warm welcome to everyone who's joining in. The code for today is GRACE, and then you get a special discount. And please order whatever you want to today and tomorrow, so we can ship them out, so you get them by the 27th. So your next sari is this muslin sari in a hot pink, in your Rani pink, and this has your Jamdani style weave and very light, airy sari. Look at this. It's like woven air, and here, very lightweight, dreamy sari. And then I showed you the blue. We have the same thing in a beautiful purple. And then this sari has woven sequins. I showed you saris with woven mother of pearls. I showed you saris with woven coins. This one has woven sequins. The saris are not stitched. The sequins are not stitched. They're actually woven into the sari. And it comes in an ethereal blue, light blue-green combination. And look at the Paithani style one. Very interesting, right? And again, a very dreamy weave. Look at this. Very like your fairy tale design, and a rich pallu to finish it, to give it that perfect finish. So here is your next sari. And then just 3-4 saris more, and then we're going to move on to our silver. Batik. This is handmade batik in Bengal, and this is your pure Murshidabad silk, and it comes in a lovely rust orange. It's got panels, and look at the batik work. All hand batik, and this is the blouse piece, this is the batik design, and this is the top of the sari. So here you have a double pallu, so here and here. So this is the top of the sari, and the bottom, the pleats area, is your batik. All right. Now, embellished saris are also very popular this time of the year. And I'm going to showcase a few, but before that, you know, our artisan brought these stunning hand-painted saris. Look at this. These are hand-painted saris on your shimmer georgette. And look at this piece. It has the best of traditional and contemporary in one. So here, look at this beautiful Tanjo style peacock, hand-painted. It's not a print. It is hand-painted. And look at the pallu with your 3 beautiful Tanjo style parrots and super gorgeous tassels, right? These are saris that you would not find anywhere else, because we design them, we make them, and it's completely handmade. So this is your next sari. And I'm going to show you 2 similar ones. This is a peacock green sari, and this one has a Madhubani style design on it. This time it's a fish, and look at the Madhubani style. Interesting, right? Very interesting, very unique. So here. So our endeavor at Shobitam is to make sarees as unique as possible. So every piece truly tells a story. So here is your next saree. Look at the scales, the colorful scales on the fish, and a very, very beautiful pulse. Mustard it is this time. And this is shimmer georgette, so there's a light shimmer to it. This time there's a large peacock on the pallu and a small peacock here in the front. These sarees do not have a blouse piece, but if you want the blouses stitched, you can buy similar fabric or a contrasting fabric and make it. So here is your next saree. And if there are minor imperfections, a little smudge here and there, understand that it's completely handmade and characteristic. Look at the tassels that have been done to match the painting. Okay. Embellished sarees. Oh my God, this particular design was such a hit. So we brought them in so many different colors. I'm just going to show you the broad one. Look at this fabric. It's very easy to drape, very flowy, and it's a beautiful Prussian blue. And it's got this embellished borders and light buttas all over the saree. And along the same lines, we have sarees with thinner borders. Here it is. And this is a lovely maroon. It's actually deeper than what you see. And light embellished borders, and the bodies plain. So it's like a silken river. So here is your next saree, and the slight work on the blouse piece. So here is your next fabric, next saree. One more, and we're going to move on to silver. Here is a very lightweight saree. It's got stone work and scalloped edges, and full stone work on the body. And look at this. So I'm wearing a lavender underneath, but this is how the saree color would look single layer. And it's very lightweight. There's a light, subtle sheen to it. And here is your next saree. All right. So silver it is. For those of you who've just joined, the special code for today is GRACE. Order all the products that I'm showcasing by 11:59 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, August 23rd, so that we can deliver them to you by the 27th. Now, silver. The festivities are around the corner, and our Balaji, whenever we have a Balaji idol, you absolutely love it. Look at this one. Divine, elegant, and very royal. Look at the stones that are embellished on it. Look at the crown details, the shank, the chakram. This is the back side, so it's hollow on the back, and a very unique smiling face. Look at the very smiling face, and it's a pretty big piece, so it's very prominent. And here is your first one. It's a beautiful Balaji idol. Okay, so we also have many CZ sets in pure 92.5 silver base, just like what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a CZ with purple stones. We have them in green stones, blue stones, and so many different options. So if you go to shobitam.com/silver, you'll see our entire silver catalog with over 800 stunning products across various categories, like your Moissanite, your CZ, your Nagas, Victorian, your traditional Kemp, and so much more. Now here is a very interesting set. A lot of us love these chunky, prominent sets. And here is this one. It's a Balaji and Lakshmi set. Look at this. Very intricately done. And this is just a necklace. Actually not a set, this is a necklace. You can pair it, you can mix and match it with earrings. It's actually quite lightweight compared to what it looks. So here is your next necklace. Now we have this reversible necklace. It's red stones on the side and green on the other. Look at this. So red and green with your coral and pearl danglings. Who doesn't like Navratna? So we have a Navratna, very prominent. This is a bestseller. And you can use them on a chain, you can use them on a wire base like this. And then they come with these stunning earrings. So here is your Navratna pendant, and these can be purchased separately or together. So here. And then we have the CZ bracelet. Look at this. And this is openable. It will fit up to size 2.8. A very modern design that would go with something like this. For those of you who love gemstones, these are semi-precious gemstones. This is your amethyst. And look at this. It's got multiple strands. It's got 5 strands. And here. It would go perfect with this sari too, because it's got these beads. So here is your beautiful amethyst semi-precious multi-strand necklace. And then we have these jhumkas. Look at this, in a beautiful peacock design with dangling the jhumka and a peacock. And look at this, and it's got this for support, so they're not hanging. And then for the amethyst multi-layer necklace, we also have these earrings. Look at this, very contemporary. You can wear it for work. It can be work wear, it can be evening wear. And then take a look at these beautiful deep gold earrings. Here you go. And then finally, we have these jhumkas, these lightweight jhumkas. Look at this. I thought they are very different designs, and then we have so many more options on the website. And with that, we conclude today's trunk show. Thanks to everyone who took the time to be part of this. It really, really means a lot to us. Again, the code for today is GRACE, G-R-A-C-E. And all the saris, all the jewelry that I showed you today will be shipped at the earliest. And we will do our best to make sure that they arrive before 27th. And on that note, it's me, Aparna, signing off. And just one thing, no trunk show is complete, especially when we do such frequent trunk shows. It's not complete without the work of our team, who works diligently day and night to make these happen. So I really, really want to thank them all. And finally, it's me signing off. Hope to see you soon.